Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.
The spirit of innovation is deeply ingrained in America, and Google is helping Americans innovate in ways both big and small. From improving emergency response times to protecting against cyber attacks, local, state, and federal governments are innovating with Google AI. This is a new era of American innovation. Find out more at g.co/American innovation.
The kid you hear playing the piano, he's not mine. On top of the 2 weekly piano lessons and finger yoga, I give my son Smarty Pants vitamins to support his brain health because, well, I'm supposed to say it's not a competition. Of course it's a f***ing competition. Choose Smarty Pants vitamins to support your kid's brain health and help them master whatever their chopsticks may be. Shop on Amazon, smartypantsvitamins.com, or at Target today.
Kendall Lacey Casablancas, nay Lacey Shiflett. Just another Arizona State dropout turned featured music video background dancer turned Laker girl living off a $10,000 a year salary, a purse full of credit cards, and a string of baller boyfriends. Until a twice-divorced white knight swept her away to bimbo paradise. And for a true Hollywood story without the happy ending, David Curly Moran, one-time stuntman who crashed his career in the 80s. Just remember, kids, crystal meth and precision driving don't mix. Between a 3-year stint at San Quentin for assault and washing up on the beach with my name on his hand, Curly made his living at Symbolic Motor Car Company. A compelling life story, to be sure, but what does any of it have to do with me? And why would this man have my name magic markered across his hand? Did I get really drunk at a biker bar?
Oh, the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 2 intro songs. Hey everybody. Welcome to another episode of Boys Watching Veronica Mars. We are just 2 boys watching every episode of Veronica Mars for the first time, giving our review, our reactions. We're your hosts. I'm Joe Welke.
I am Vance.
And today we're talking about Season 2, Episode 3, Cheatty Bang Bang, directed by John Kretschmer, written by Phil Klemmer and John Enbaum. The original release date was October 12th, 2005, to an audience of 3.03 million people. And before we get into this fucking episode, we got a shout out. We got an Apple Podcast 5-star rating and review from Your Sarah. They switched from Spotify because they wanted to give a fresh 5-star review for the podcast. So Your Sarah, thank you so much for that love. If you want to get a shout out, Apple Podcast 5-star rating review, Spotify 5-star rating, take a screenshot of it, send it in to us, and we will give you a shout out. Join our Discord. Discord link is in the show notes. There is the bracket of what we potentially might watch on Patreon after we're done with Dollhouse. Speaking of that, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy, where we're doing Dollhouse. And our most recent Boys Watching Movies episode on Jurassic World Rebirth. Absolutely epic. 3 hours of us just losing our minds. Good times. And if you don't want to sign up for the entire thing, you can just get any of those for $3. The Boys Watching Movies. You can just one-time purchase, $3. Also, there's a new thing that we included in our Patreon where you could get like a year-long membership to both of our tiers. And you get a little bit of a discount if you do a year long. So if you're committed to the boys for a year, you get a little bit of a discount. And so check that out. How you doing, Vance?
Doing all right.
Good.
Yeah.
we're back at it. We're back. We're back in this.
We had a week off.
stage. Yeah.
Hope you all enjoyed the pilot of Dollhouse.
Yeah. Check out Dollhouse on Patreon. We're coming to the end, and it is something. It is something.
We got 2 episodes left.
2? I thought we have 1.
Well, we were doing the one this week.
Yes,
and then we have 1 next week.
Yes. Okay.
And then we'll do our little recap situations, obviously.
Uh-huh. And then we don't know
what the next one.
Then we don't know what's happening after that.
We really don't know what's happening. That bracket that's going on in Discord. Number one, there's a lot of drama going on. There's so many ties. Yeah. There's a lot of there's a sleeper show that's running the table. Buffy, which I was not expecting.
Buffy fans agree on everything, so of course they'll come to a consensus.
True. I mean, the biggest consensus is they want a Buffy rewatch, actually.
I think that actually didn't win it. The Buffy rewatch lost out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that whole bracket thing is in the Discord. If you join our Discord, it's in the general channel. And a lot of the stuff is pinned posts. So look, I didn't know anything about Discord before we started doing Discord for the podcast. And I kind of figured it out. And I hate technology. I don't like learning new things. I'm an old man. But I figured it out. So I have faith that you guys can too.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything else to announce?
I think you have an announcement to make.
Oh, I do. I was recently a guest on a lovely podcast called Sad Girls Against the Patriarchy.
Just perfect version.
Joe Welke was the guest on this podcast.
People are slapping their phones I misheard that.
Yeah, no, you didn't mishear it. It is a feminist podcast called Sad Girls Against the Patriarchy. It was a good time. My friend Allison, who is also a burlesque performer and super talented dancer, swing dancer, Lindy Hop person, teaches classes and everything. She hosts that podcast with her friend, but her friend is excommunicado. She's not excommunicado. She's just in grad school, and she's it's tough to book her. So she was like, "Hey, I'd love to have you on. You can come and talk about Buffy, and we can talk about how Buffy is a humongous feminist icon." And I was like, "Totally, I could totally do that." And I went on there for an hour and a half and just defended every single thing that Xander did. I kid. But no, it was a good deep dive into a couple episodes of Buffy and a lot of the the feminist themes of Buffy. It was a good time. So check that out. It's called Sad Girls Against the Patriarchy. And if you just have a feminist itch too that you want to scratch, it's a good podcast, good time. 2 funny ladies that are hosting it. So yeah, check it out. I will be on there. I think it comes out this week. I could be wrong. But that's what she told me. So if it doesn't come out this week, she's a liar. Just like all women.
Yeah, I think our listeners are just going to have to check that out to see how.
Yeah. We kid, we joke. But yeah, now I think we're all done with the announcements up top. And
I'm gonna crack open this Monster Energy drink that I got.
Oh, you got
here.
the sipper. I got the C4 strawberry watermelon ice, which I've never had before, and I'm curious about it.
Is this different than the watermelon that we had before? Yeah,
that's watermelon blast or something, sparkling watermelon blast or something like that.
I bet you it tastes like watermelon.
This tastes more like strawberry, to be honest with you.
Oh, all right, like how the Skittles taste like nerds.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. That's damn fucking good. Yeah, I like that one. C4 strawberry watermelon ice gets a very positive review. It's for sport and fitness performance and also podcast performance. So anyway.
Should we talk about this show and start with our predictions?
Yeah, what were our predictions for season 2, episode 3, Cheatty Bang Bang?
Who would you like to go first? Whose prediction would you like to hear first?
Let's just get mine out of the way because I'm fairly certain mine is way off.
Okay. You said school cheating scandal with Mac providing the answers.
There you
Dead
go.
wrong.
Way off. I didn't want to go the conventional route. I think that you predicted what was actually going to happen.
I did, and you also said, no way this happens this soon.
Okay.
So I said Beaver catches Logan and then blackmails him. So I'm only like half right.
I'll give you 75%. Oh, no, Beaver. Yeah,
I didn't get the
was
blackmail.
Suspicious. Didn't get the blackmail.
Mm-hmm.
Beaver's not technically the one that caught him, but he did hire Veronica.
That's catching him. That's catching.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll give it to you. The blackmail now.
Yeah, the title was just like kind of have to.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
You thought they would stretch it out. You thought it would stretch out too. That they would stretch out the intrigue.
Yeah, we're only in the 3rd episode of this season. Like, now what?
Well, now we'll get to the end of this episode, but yeah, it's a whole new reset.
Oh boy, is it! So let's get into this. This episode starts off with a recap of basically the first 2 episodes of this season. And we get Veronica in school. She's talking about her senior year duties, and she, to bolster her college application resume, she joins the Future Business Leaders of America, a boys club that is all about business, and ladies can't know business. Are you kidding me?
No,
there's no female entrepreneurs.
No,
there's female business
their
leaders.
brain pans are too small.
Yeah, they just can't fathom it. Sad Girls Against the Patriarchy, everybody. I was on that podcast.
I love that this class is like during their lunch break too. This like little group.
I feel like this is an after school club.
Oh, is it after school? They always have food.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they did have food.
Yeah, I think it has to be like during lunch because they would, after school and all the dudes in there, they would be playing sports or something.
Yeah.
Practices after school.
Well, she makes it seem like it's an extracurricular to bolster her.
That's why I made it seem like, that's why I think it was more like lunch, during a lunch break, because everyone has food in that room.
Yeah. But
did you do Future Business Leaders of America?
Of course, I'm a man.
Okay.
I did not.
I didn't even.
I played sports because I'm actually a man. Anyway.
I think
Sad Girls Against the Patriarchy.
People aren't even going to listen to this episode because of you. I don't think they're going to go to another podcast.
Like that guy. Did he get eviscerated on the podcast? You'll have to listen to find out.
I can't wait for your co-hosts from that podcast to listen to this and be like, let's see how you plugged it. Oh. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh no.
She's like, everything you said on that episode that we just did was fine. But once he said stuff on Veronica Mars, I was like, I can't even air that.
I had to even it out. I have to even it out. I was like, I was going all in the feminist down with the patriarchy glory on that podcast. There's got to be a reset. There's got to be an equilibrium.
Don't take it out on our fans. Don't change for that podcast when they come over here.
Oh God. Oh boy. The people that listen to this podcast, they know the truth.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm just kidding, everybody. I was in the Holy Rollers Bowling Society. That was my extracurricular activity at my high school. Because I went to a Catholic all-boys school. And I played lacrosse and football. I was the punter and I was a bench warmer on my lacrosse team. But there's no manliness here, okay?
When you put it that way, it's like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no, I was a glue guy, okay? I was there for jokes and people just vibing.
And you're a glue guy for burlesque now, too.
I am a glue guy for burlesque, which Buffy vs. Burlesque is coming back. Illusion Magic Lounge September 27th.
Oh, wow.
There you go. But yeah, Daddy Dick Casablancas, he's giving a presentation at this Future Business Leaders of America club meeting, and it's all about, real estate investments and stuff. And Veronica's sitting next to Duncan, and Logan's like pissed about. He's like, these two, you make me sick. I've lost my appetite. And Daddy Dick, he's there. He's like giving Dick Jr., Lil Dick. He's giving Lil Dick, like he's like high-fiving him. He gives Logan like an air five, and Beaver's looking at him like, oh, Dad, will you love me? And Dad just kind of shuns him. He's like, ugh.
Over the top level of dislike for this kid.
Yeah. And we don't exactly know why, do we? It's just, I guess he's just kind of a nerdy.
He just doesn't like him.
Yeah. Well, he's talking about real estate investments and how that's a great business investment. And that's how he makes all of his money. And Veronica's in her own voiceover talking about how disheartened she is about all this. She's like, oh, the rich just keep getting richer and the poor get poorer. And
well, Duncan,
his PowerPoint is making a bunch of future robot noises too.
So this scene literally, like I had to find out, this episode aired in 2005.
Yeah.
He is 100% describing The Big Short and shorting the real estate market, which would crash in 2008.
Yep.
It is 100% what he's doing. Yep. Like, we knew it. This is 3 years before it actually crashes. And I'm just like, wow, he's just on this show. Just being like, yeah, so you can invest in parts of this real estate thing. I'm like, wait, is he just bragging about shorting the market?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just, okay. Just
and the
corrupt.
Teacher is loving it too.
Oh my God. And this actor, I remembered, he's been in a bunch of stuff, but he's the lawyer from The Wire.
Yeah. His name is Mr. Pope.
Yeah.
I think in this.
Yeah. And he's eating it up for like he is like.
Right, dude. He's like sitting with his arms crossed, like starry eyed at Daddy Dick Casablancas. Like he cannot stop. Like, he's like, oh, this guy's a fucking genius.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Veronica's super sad about all this. She's like, ugh, this is disgusting.
Who we're exploiting now? And Duncan says, the workers.
Yeah.
I was like, just keep that in your head when Veronica acts different around other people. Because, and we're still in the first scene. It's crazy. But Duncan and Veronica are just too kissy, hand-holdy in a classroom setting. They're that couple. And it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
dude, Logan's right there. Like, Logan's right there. You don't have to kiss in front of Logan.
I know. Like, they don't also have to sit directly next to him.
Like he might as well be on his lap. Maybe he might as well be on it. No, they don't, because later scene, Logan gets up and moves over. She might as well be sitting on his lap, canoodling him during the whole. Like, it's
dude.
Yeah,
it's very weird. And look, whatever, dude. But anyway, so they leave that classroom, and Veronica's walking around the quad, and Beaver shows up, and I am going to keep calling him Beaver. I'm not calling him Cassidy.
Yeah, fair.
He's like, hey, I'm super stoked that you're joined the FBLA, with you being a woman and all in your pea brain. That's very cool of you.
She's like, duh.
Veronica's, thanks, Beaver. But he's like, I'm feeling kind of weird about my stepmom. I have a little bit of suspicions. And Veronica's like, yeah, she's a fucking gold digger. And Beaver's like, well, yeah, but there's also like a prenup that her and my dad got, that if she cheated on him, then she wouldn't get any of his money. And Veronica's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So why are you telling me about this? And Beaver's like, well, I found a condom, and I think Kendall's cheating on my dad. Veronica's like, oh, that could be anything. That could be your big brother, Little Dick. He's always fucking people. And Beaver's like, look, I'll pay you to investigate this, all right? Pay you $500. And Veronica's like, make it 1,000. And he's like, deal. I was like, God damn. Veronica's even like, God damn, maybe I am a future business leader. And then Beaver gives her schedule, and he's like, I need you to take a picture of it happening. I need pics for proof. Mm-hmm. And Veronica's like, I'm on it. So, yeah, there's that.
I wonder why he cares.
Maybe because he just hates his dad?
Well, hating his dad wouldn't be like, oh, let me not let him get gold digged. Like, you would just let it happen and just be like, I know about it, and be like, fuck it.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great point. Why does Beaver care?
Yeah, like, is he worried she's going to take the money that the dad is obviously not even going to leave to Beaver because he hates Beaver so much? Like, it's not helping him at all.
He's not going to leave it to Beaver.
All right, and the podcast died on...
We take a week off. Just completely off the rails.
Yeah.
So anyway, the cops then show up, and Veronica's like looking over Kendall's schedule because Beaver like gives her like her itinerary, and it's a lot of like Pilates and yoga and, you know, stuff like that. And she's reading it over, and the mustachioed cop, he's in the parking lot, and he's like, "Miss Mars, you got to come with us. The sheriff has some questions for you." And she's like, "All right." So she goes to the sheriff's office. Sheriff Lamb is there interrogating her. He's like, "You know why you're here, right?" And she's like, "No." He's like, "Come on, don't play dumb with me." And she's like, "I have no idea. What are you getting at?" And she's like, "Do you know a guy named David Curley Moran?" And he slides a file over to her, and she's like, no. And then she has a flashback. She's like, "Oh, wait, no, I guess I did see that guy at the memorial for all the bus driving accident kids, but I don't fucking know him." And then Sheriff Lamb is like, "Well, because he washed up on shore and he had your name written on his hand." Not so funny anymore because Veronica's been sassing Sheriff Lamb. And he's like, "How do you know this guy?" And Veronica's like, "I don't know. I'm not connected to this guy at all." And he's like, "Bullshit. What's the connection here?" And she's like, I want to get to the bottom of this as much as you do." So now she's on that case.
Yeah.
Not a lot to, discuss in that scene, really. So Keith and Alicia are at home and they're eating dinner. And they're talking about Keith being sheriff again. And she's like, "You sure you want to be sheriff again?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm super stoked to be sheriff again." She's like, "You sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, I look great in the hat. People like me. I like the bureaucracy of it all. I can't wait to be sheriff again." And she's like, "All right." And then he's like, "Hey, how about this? Let's go on a romantic getaway to Chicago. I'm doing a book signing there. I'd love to take you with me and we can all like hang out." And Alicia's like looking very hesitant about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh boy, she's going to dump Keith."
Oh, that's what you thought?
That is exactly what I thought.
Mm. Why based off of her going to Chicago?
Based off of like Keith is like kind of leaning in, like the body language in all of the scenes with Keith and Alicia is Keith leaning in and Alicia kind of bracing backwards.
Well, and you notice that every scene that he's talking about being sheriff again.
Yeah.
That's why she's...
Okay.
I figured Chicago had something to do with like, I don't need to go back to that city.
Okay.
Just because.
Yeah, that's fair.
And also, Keith says his book is 97th on the New York Times bestseller list, which I don't think that book would be that low on the list.
Yeah, a book by the guy who solved the Aaron Eccles case.
And Aaron Eccles is a well-known movie star. Like, I don't know how popular he is, but he's like known, like recognizable star.
We discuss he's like a step below like Jason Statham, maybe.
Yeah, like it would be even if Jason Statham if we found out Jason Statham murdered a girl years ago, and then the cop that was like ousted, it's like this book would be doing way better.
Yeah, I mean, the Netflix doc, like you said, would be baller. The serial podcast about it would be baller.
Yeah.
But Alicia's hesitant to go to Chicago with Keith, but she's like, okay, maybe that might be okay, sure. So Veronica comes home and she's like, "Oh, I better not tell my dad about this dead guy with my name written on his hand. I'm just going to keep that a secret." Goes to her room, starts researching Kendall. She's like, "Yeah, it seems like this lady's kind of a gold digger. Video vixen type of lady. She became a Lakers girl and then she married a rich guy." That's the trajectory for Kendall.
That seems like a path a lot of people take.
Yep. It's a good path if you can do it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But then she's like, let me switch gears here. Let's start researching Curly Moran. He was a stunt man that has a rap sheet. He had a bunch of crimes that he committed, but his last known place of employment was some motor car company. And she can't figure out why he would have his name on her hand. And Keith comes in and he's like, hey, something seems off. Are you all good? Is everything okay with you? And she's like, yeah, everything's fine. But can I ask you a question? And then Keith does this fucking King Kong thing.
Keithisms, man. Gotta love it. He's banging on his chest like King Kong.
Yeah.
It's actor choices that are just so incredible. So incredible.
I mean, I don't get it. Like,
he's just a goofy, weird guy. And then,
but
what makes it work is that Kristen Bell has to like chuckle at it all and find like his weirdness, his mannerisms like endearing. Like when he does it, she doesn't go, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, what is this in reference to? But he just like bangs on his chest and he sits down. He's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Like, she said, "Can I ask you a serious question?" Was it last episode when he's like, "You don't have to make everything a joke"?
Yeah.
And now he does this.
So Keith sits down and she's like, "You're going on a romantic getaway to Chicago with Alicia, huh?" It's like, bro, were you spying in on our conversation from outside the door? What's up with this?
Well, how did you hear about that? The most romantic place in the world, Chicago.
Yeah. And she's like, "So you're going on a romantic trip with Alicia, huh? Now that the divorce from mom is finalized, are you about to propose to Alicia?" And Keith's like, "No." And Veronica's like, "You can tell me if I am." And Keith's like, "No, but act for serious, I'm not. Like if that comes up, like I'll let you know. You'll be one of the first people to know. But like as of right now, there's no plans for that."
Yeah.
And Keith's like, "All right, so now are you going to tell me what's going on with you?" And she's like, "All right, well, I have something to show you." And she opens up her laptop to her just wallpaper. It's a bunch of unicorns. And she's like, "I'm into unicorns, Dad." And I was like, what is this gag?
Keith looked like he was going to strangle her in this moment. And I guess Veronica moved past Lily. No longer that picture of her and Lily on her wallpaper.
Yeah, no. I don't know how she minimized all of her windows in the time for Keith when he came in.
Just Command H, hiding everything.
I guess.
I knew as soon as I wanted her to just tell him about it so that he would be involved and could help, but I just knew she wasn't. And yeah.
I thought that she was going to tell him about maybe Kendall, but
It's one of those things where like we're doing this again. Like, didn't you guys do this all last season to varying degrees of dangerousness?
Yeah. All right, I swear this time not hiding anything from you. All right. Here's the actual files. They were in a box labeled Playboy.
Yeah. Wait, so I've been researching this all year and you've been hiding vital information. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So then we go to Veronica sleuthing on Kendall. And I gotta say, the song that's playing in the background is a great song. It's called "I Turn My Camera On" by the band Spoon.
On the nose.
Very on the nose, because Veronica's got a new lens, man.
Dude,
it's even longer.
I thought it was growing throughout the montage. I was like, at one point I thought she was gonna like hit her with it.
Well, yeah, because every lie that she tells Keith, it grows.
Yeah.
She got that wildlife lens, dude. She's got that fucking long lens.
It's also crazy to see Charisma Carpenter and Kristen Bell in the same scene.
Yeah.
Because the height difference is insane.
Oh, yeah. But I Turn My Camera On's playing, and Kendall gets out of her convertible and she goes into a gym, and Veronica's just like out in the open tailing her. And Kendall meets with some mystery man, And Veronica's taking pictures of her, and then Kendall and the mystery man get into a car together, and they go to a hotel room, and Veronica's tailing them, taking pictures, and she's like, "Oh boy, Beaver, I got the fucking pictures to show you." So then it's the next day, and she's at lunch with Wallace. Wallace is calling Jackie over, Tessa Thompson, and he's all about Tessa Thompson, and Veronica is not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Veronica's like, "This girl is a fucking bitch, dude. Like, I remember her from the coffee shop. She was an asshole to me, and I do not enjoy her. And I don't like that Wallace is going out with her. But Wallace is so giddy. He's like, oh yeah, this is." Jackie comes over and he introduces her to Veronica. He's like, "You guys met, right?" And Veronica's like, "Yeah, you were a bitch to me at the coffee shop." And Jackie's like, "I'm so sorry about that. I was, the New York attitude in me hasn't left yet." And Veronica's like, "I don't give a fuck about New York, lady. You're a bitch."
"Don't steal my man that I don't really want, but I need it."
And then Jackie is complaining about all the homework that she has to do, and she flops Pride and Prejudice on the lunch table, and she's like, "I gotta read 600 pages about some white bitches in corsets lusting over some dorky white bitch man. I don't want to read this." And then Wallace is like, "I got fucking Cliff Notes for it. It's only like 80 pages. I can lend it to you." And Jackie's like, "Even 80 pages is too much to read about these white bitches in corsets." And I was like, all right, maybe Jackie's not a bitch. I'm kind of with her.
80 pages is a lot for Cliff Notes, man.
Right? That seems like a lot.
I think you could summarize that in 30.
Yeah. Fucking 3. Go to Wikipedia, bro. But Veronica is in her head, and she's like, "All right, Wallace, I'll do you a solid. I'll help you out here." And she's like, "Hey, I have the PBS movie or whatever of Pride and Prejudice that we could just watch that. It's like the shorthand. We can knock it out in like 3 hours. Colin Firth is in it." And Wallace is like, "Ooh, Colin Firth. Yay."
Colin Firth gets a lot of play in this episode.
Boy, does he.
Speaking of, we did Love Actually on the Patreon, so we talk about Colin Firth on that. So, boys watching Love Actually. That is a wild episode.
That is a wild movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild movie.
Yeah.
But Wallace recognizes that Veronica's trying to do him a solid here, and he's like, "Yeah, I'd love to do that. You down for that, Jackie?" And Jackie's like, "I'd love to do that." And Wallace gives Veronica a little wink like, "Thanks, dude. Appreciate you."
And she's watching this with Duncan, so it's a double date invite.
Yeah. So that's nice of Veronica, even though she doesn't really like this Jackie lady. She's being a sport.
Mm-hmm. An olive branch, as they say.
Yes, exactly. So Veronica is then at work at the coffee shop bar thing, and Beaver shows up, and she's showing Beaver pictures of Kendall with that mystery man, and she's like, "Boom, baby. There we go. There's all your evidence." And Beaver's like, "It's not enough. I need to see a dick in her mouth. I need to see I need explicit X-rated pictures of Spider-Man. I need pictures of Spider-Man, damn it." And Veronica's like, "Oh, you want to? Okay, I'll get you the money shot." And I was like, "God damn, we're phrasing here." But Beaver's like, "Yeah, I need actual evidence." And Veronica is like, "Yeah, I also noticed that they swapped gym bags too. That's a little weird, but
Beaver notices
Beaver notices that,
yeah. Which is good because he's perceptive, and I think that's foreshadowing something for later. But he notices because Veronica did not notice the gym bag stuff because she was so focused on the dollar signs.
Yeah. Beaver does say like, "So what? They're just going to a hotel room and swapping gym bags. Who gives a fuck?"
And then Veronica's
I need penetration. I need.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, legally, she could just say whatever. That's not going to cancel a prenup in a court or in a deposition.
Very true. So Veronica's like, all right, you need the money shot? Give me another $100. And Beaver's like, what? Why? And then she's like, I just need another $100 for expenses. Also, here's an iPod, which is that didn't look like any iPod that I remember.
No. But unless they had, I'm trying to think.
It might have changed at all.
I don't remember that model either, but yeah.
It's an MP3 player, but she's like, can you put Kendall's music on this MP3 player? And Beaver's like, I'm on it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So then Veronica heads over to the car shop that Curly Moran worked at, and she poses as his niece, and she's like, I'm Veronica Mars. Didn't Curly ever talk about me to like one of his coworkers? And coworkers are like, Curly didn't talk much. We're just about to throw away all his shit. You want to rummage through it? Go for it. Yeah. And Veronica's like, Jesus, nobody seems to like this guy. So she's looking through his shit. She finds like a nudie mag, a nudie calendar, and then he's got some pictures with some celebrities. He got a picture with some bikini babe, picture with some sports figure, and I was like, is that the guy from a couple episodes ago, Jackie's dad? Didn't really look like him to me, though. But then the last picture that she sees is a picture of Curly with Aaron Eccles. And then Veronica's like, ooh, okay, it appears that we have a friend in common here, me and Curly.
Yeah, that seems like something that, maybe the police would have discovered if they actually did any of their job of going down there. Also, why would Curly have his autographed photos at his job? That's not like a job where you have an office and you display it for people to come in. This would be in the house.
It's just Curly for you, Vance.
Curly's like, hey, man, I know I got to work on these cars, but where can I hang up my nudie mags and my signed memorabilia?
That's just Curly. No wonder these guys didn't talk to him. This guy's fucking weird.
And apparently Curly's not smart enough to remember the name Veronica Mars. He has to write it on his hand.
Yeah, I guess so.
In
non-washable.
And in super permanent ink.
Yeah, very bold, thick, thick-tipped.
He washed up like days later, and it's like completely.
Yeah. Maybe he went to that tattoo place that the other guy went to. Tattoo.
Yeah.
Bright ass fucking tattoo. But
I'd be like, someone wrote this on his hand when he got back, right? Like, it's too bright.
Yeah. A squid inked onto his.
That would be the best twist ever. It's just happened to fall into that print.
Yeah. But yeah, the Aaron Eccles signature has like, it says like, I'm in it for the long haul or whatever with you, Curly, or whatever, which is important later.
Mm-hmm.
So then Veronica is at school and she's with Duncan, and they walk in to the Future Business Leaders of America class thing, and Logan's eating again, and Logan gets up. He's like, ugh, you two again. And he just moves one chair over so that they can sit together and sit right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And something is on Veronica's mind, and he's very perceptive. He's like, hey, what's going on, Veronica? And she's like, I'm just thinking about sports cars. And he's like, whoa, Future Business Leader of America is really taking hold on you, huh? And she's like, yeah, can't wait to exploit the lower class. And Duncan's like, I'm hard. I'm hard hearing you say that.
And the teacher's like, calm down, guys. You can get boners to money in stocks.
Yeah, so he's opening up a project for them where he gives them all a bunch of like fake $1 million. He gives them like virtual money to invest in certain things, and it's a competition to see who can make the best investments. And they're all competing against him, and his portfolio is fantastic because he's been investing in Casablancas Inc. And because of his investments, he's going to be able to retire in 9 months and go live on a sailboat.
He is literally talking like a cop in those, a detective in those 80s movies where it's like, 5 days from retirement. And you're like, oh boy, that guy's about to get shot.
Yep. But he's also talking like a little kid talking about meeting his baseball hero.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Dick Casablancas, he's a real swell guy, isn't he?
And I invested, and guess what, guys? I'm leaving and retiring early. It's like, why are you telling us all this, guy?
Yeah, and then he talks about how his old sailboat, or he had to like do some kind of repairs on a sailboat. Because it was leaking or something. And then Logan makes a comment snidely, like kind of directed toward Duncan. That's like, oh, it was leaking because you weren't plugging her right the first time.
He said, didn't plug her right the first time, huh?
Yeah. And Duncan.
This leads to the most awkward fight ever.
Yeah. Duncan hears this, turns to Logan, and just puts on his mean Duncan face, grabs him, and then they just run out into the hallway, grabbing each other's shirt collars, and then just slam into a locker together.
Yeah.
And they're just like shoving each other. And I was like, did Logan say that Duncan couldn't fuck Veronica right? Or did Veronica tell him that Logan said that?
No, you don't remember them running into each other after the...
Yeah, Veronica ran into Logan, and Logan was like, doesn't sound like he was doing it right. But Duncan doesn't know about that. Like, why would Veronica tell him about that?
Veronica didn't tell him about it, but he knows just from inference that he's like, didn't plug her right the first time, huh? And he kind of like looks over at Logan.
Okay, yeah.
For me, the awkwardness of the fight is the execution, because he tackles him. And they're like deep into the classroom. So for them to like come out of the classroom would lead to like more of a scuffle, especially because they're sitting in those like desk chairs that you have to like squeeze into. So you can't get out of those easily. So they would have
like the all-in-one where it's all connected.
So it's a scramble to get up after he tackles them. Then they would have to like be tussling. The teacher would be saying something. I would hope that Veronica would say something. And then for them to go out into the hallway, I know Dick is coming out of that classroom watching the fight. It's no way. Oh, yeah. It's no way. There's like no commotion from the kids. There's no commotion from the teachers. There's no commotion from Veronica. It's this weirdly awkward, silent fight.
Yeah.
I think if they cut out the hallway scene there, it's fine. Just show him tackle him and then cut to this nurse's office and there been like the fight. But when they cut to that hallway scene, it's like so weird.
Yeah, and like the hallway is like this weird liminal space where like time and space doesn't exist.
It's like a wide shot down the whole hallway. So it's not like you're in the middle of the scuffle and we're like close up on them and then they hit the locker and fall over. If that happened, maybe it's better, but it's like a wide shot of like, it threw me off, but yeah.
So then they're in the nurse's office and they're getting patched up. They got some bloody noses, black eyes, and Duncan's like, look, dude, I didn't steal Veronica from you, all right? She chose me over you, all right? I didn't steal her. And Logan's like, I don't give a damn about Veronica Mars. You know what I give a damn about? He absolutely does. I couldn't care less about that puny little blonde Veronica Mars. You know what I'm pissed about, buddy? All summer long, I was accused of murder. I was on trial, going through the worst time of my life. And where were you? My best friend, Duncan Kane, was nowhere to be found. Where were you? You weren't there for me when I was accused of murder. And Duncan, with the most legitimate comeback of all time.
If he didn't do this, the show would make no sense.
Yeah. He turns to Logan and goes, oh, I'm sorry, dude. I was dealing with my own shit. On account of your dad murdered my sister.
Yeah. Sorry, Duncan
also
wasn't
was
like
fucking my sister. Like,
sorry. I didn't want to be around you. Who were the day I found out that he was having sex with my sister and murdered her. It's the same day that you possibly killed the guy on a bridge. Sorry, I didn't want to like put myself into that. Oh, by the way, my parents were also on trial for obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Logan.
My parents are gone. Your parents are gone.
I live in a hotel now. For no reason at all. For no reason.
They got a new set.
This hotel looks strange. That hotel changed up a lot.
I was going to say that hotel definitely changed. It also looks like the same set as the coffee bar. I'm not going to lie. They just put a bed in there.
Honestly, I was like not sure where we were the first time we saw it.
Same. I was like, is this Jackie's place?
Yeah, like who's leaving? Because we'll get to it, but they're all standing and they're about to like say goodbyes. And I'm like, who's going to leave?
Yeah, yes, dude. Yeah, I was like, it looked like Veronica and Duncan were leaving. I was like, okay, this is Jackie's house. And then they do a switcheroo. And I was like, oh, wait, no, I guess this is his hotel room?
Yeah. I'm like, is this Wallace's place now? Like,
yeah. But anyway, so yeah, Duncan hits him with the like, bro, your dad murdered my sister. Sorry I wasn't there for you while you were on trial for literal murder. And he starts to walk away and Logan goes, you know, I hated him too. And then the nurse is like, Duncan, why don't you head over to the principal's office?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I was excited to see the principal because they kept mentioning the principal.
Oh, yeah. Don't see the principal.
But
then Logan's there crying. And the nurse is like, did that hurt?
Yeah. She leaves she leaves the two kids that were fighting to go so they can have this conversation. But I was like, they were just fighting. You can't they shouldn't be in the same room together. That's stupid.
Yeah. And this nurse wouldn't be able to stop them. This nurse is like 50, 60 years old.
Yeah. And then I don't think she's 60. And then she says
she's older though. She wouldn't be able to stop two guys fighting.
No, probably these two guys. I mean, she could probably just push them across. But like she like does something on like his knuckles, and then she looks up and sees he's like about to cry, and she's like, "I'm sorry. Does that sting?" And it's the most cringy, cheesy line ever, dude.
Yeah.
I know exactly what they're doing, but they didn't need it. They didn't need this.
Yeah. So then we go to Duncan, Veronica, Wallace, and Jackie at Duncan's hotel room. They're watching Pride and Prejudice. And they're talking about Colin Firth. And Wallace is like, yo, I'm gonna be real. I don't get it. And I was like, damn, I've never related to a TV character more.
He's got the British Riz. He's no Hugh Grant, but he's got a thing.
Hugh Grant's now that guy's got the British Riz. He's got the Briz. But Jackie's like, no, you know what? I kind of get it because, you know, when I was in England and I actually met Colin Firth when I was in New York, and he paid for my dinner, and then Veronica's just like staring a hole into Jackie. It's just like, this fucking bragging ass motherfucker. She's name dropping, she's city dropping, she knows she's done everything and been everywhere. I can't stand this motherfucker.
Veronica is being a Jackie hater so hard, and Jackie hasn't crossed the line yet here, I don't think. Because especially, it seems like she's a hater because Duncan thinks she's cool. Because we see Veronica having her voiceover and like mean, like just staring her daggers at her. And then Duncan's in the back like, whoa, oh, that's cool. Whoa, okay, cool.
But here's the thing. Duncan shouldn't think that she's cool because he was there when she was being an asshole to Veronica.
Yeah, I think he could probably get past that one thing, or he could hold that resentment. But the thing about Veronica hating the braggadociousness of Jackie, she hangs out with 09ers exclusively.
Yeah.
Veronica, that's like every lunch you had your like sophomore year.
Yeah,
Lily would talk like this.
She was dating the son. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like
Lily would talk like that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So there's like this.
I mean, she was friends with Bone Hamilton's daughter. She was friends with Aaron. She was dating the Aaron Eccles' son.
You're dating the billionaire that runs the town, basically.
She's like, yeah, my billionaire boyfriend at one point in this episode.
Yeah, like, you don't get to be, oh, this girl, she lived a life. She's telling you a fun anecdote about Colin Firth, who's in the show. It's not like she's just going on and on about stuff.
Well, Veronica is low class, as she talked about with Beaver or whatever.
I understand what they're going for, but this was like, come on, Veronica. Are you hating? Are you just hating?
Yeah, she's absolutely just hating.
You're about to make $1,000 ruining a family's relationship. Like, you
just ruining another family. Maybe Sheriff Lamb was right when he was like, you just love ruining a family, don't you?
The last season, it seemed like she learned her lesson. Like, maybe I shouldn't spy on people's parents because I'll find out some weird stuff. Now she's like, $1,000, I got it.
Yeah. She got to fix that awful hot water in her shower, I guess. That still hasn't been taken care of.
Have they mentioned the mom stealing the $50,000?
Not at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought they would just throw that in there, just like a line.
Nah. But she's going to end up at Neptune U.
Neptune U is the best school.
Yeah.
You'll be like, well, this town has its own university.
Yeah. They probably have their own international airport, too. They got it all. Neptune U, baby.
These towns are the Springfield of TV shows.
Yeah. But Veronica's hating in her head.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, I'm going to go excuse myself really quick. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I got to go take a shit. So she's washing her hands. And Wallace just comes into the bathroom where she's washing her hands. And he's like, so what do you think about Jackie? She's super cool, right? And Veronica's like, no. not really. But she's like, I don't know, Wallace. I don't know. I think that she's got some things. And Wallace is like, oh, you think she's too good for me because she's like rich and daughter of like a baseball player.
Which is also a strange thing to say because Veronica is now dating the billionaire son.
Yes. Very weird thing for Wallace to infer from this.
Mm-hmm.
But Veronica's like, because and then she
is this the first time we've seen Wallace and Duncan in a scene together?
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah. They don't really say anything either.
Yeah. Huh. But Veronica recalls to Duncan being like, retract your claws. She's like, all right, I'll retract my claws. She goes, no, Wallace, I think that you're actually too good for her. I think that you're like, you could do so much better than this lady. I don't know. And then Jackie shows up and she's like, I thought that only girls go to the bathroom together. What's this all about? And Veronica's like, I was just telling him. He was asking me about what's a good hairstyle, and I was trying to give him some advice. And Jackie's like, I kind of like his hair. And she's digging through his hair, and they smooch. And Veronica's like, ugh.
I wonder what Duncan's doing right now. Just sitting on the couch, twiddling his thumbs.
Eating popcorn. They
don't even
He's
pause.
such a nothing character, dude.
They don't even pause the show. Because he screams like, hey, you're missing it or something.
Yeah. God. I mean, people talk about Riley being milk and bread, and I was guilty of that. But Duncan
hasn't reached the levels of Riley, like, boringness that he has sometimes. Like, I will defend Riley as people have their issues with Riley and Buffy, but at least he wasn't like a murderer.
Yeah.
A sociopath.
But neither is Duncan.
Huh? No, I'm not saying Duncan is. I'm just saying, like, in Buffy, like, the people that
compared
that she
to
was dating,
love interests.
Her other love interests Buffy, were a lot more problematic to me. But in this, if we got to choose between Duncan and Logan, right now, I would always pick Duncan over that. Now that I know that he's not the brother, which the first season.
Choose Beaver. She should start dating Beaver.
Nah, Beaver's too, he's too squirrely.
Okay. All right.
And I don't want her to be with Wallace ever, because that'll just be awful.
Yeah. But
I wouldn't wish that on Wallace. Wallace's
all the favors she'd ask if she's dating him, you know?
Wallace's mom is already wrapped up into some stuff too, so.
Oh boy, is she. But they finish Pride and Prejudice, and Jackie's like,
or half Veronica, of it.
Yeah, half of it.
She's because like, they can't stay up and watch a 3-hour movie because they're teenagers for some reason.
They ran out of popcorn.
Yeah. The hotel has a small microwave.
But they're like, all right, well, we got to do it next week. Veronica, are you down? And Veronica's in her head like, fuck, I do not want to hang out with this bitch again. I swear to God, something about this lady is rubbing me the wrong way. And Veronica's like, yeah, great. Yeah, let's hang out next week. And Duncan's like, sweet.
Well, they say they can't do it next week. Veronica has to work and Jackie has something else, so she can't do it. But they make a different time to do it.
Yeah. So Wallace and Jackie leave. And Duncan's like, Jackie's fucking cool, huh? And Veronica's like, yeah, I guess so.
I will say Jackie apologized for the initial thing. Has not treated her like a jerk since then.
She's been very appreciative of the Pride and Prejudice stuff.
Yeah,
she's been chill. Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. That's what I'm just saying. I get it. I get Veronica holding that grudge early. I get it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I could still hold a grudge about the coffee thing.
She came in a little hot there.
Yeah. But so then we go to Veronica. She's following Kendall again, and we're back to that like whiplash thing where we're just following Veronica the entire episode.
Yeah, and it's not as bad here, but I was thinking like, okay, this Kendall thing should take a back seat to the the body washing out with a name on his hand.
Yeah.
This is the bullseye target, and then being like, well, I got to figure out something else.
Well, she's not getting paid for the curly thing, so she follows the bag.
There's a dead guy with your name on his hand. That would just be like in my.
Yeah.
And then you just found a picture of him with the guy who tried to kill you. She sees that does not trigger up any trauma of being trapped and almost burned alive. But yeah, sure.
Yeah. So Veronica's following Kendall, and they're at the gym together. They're on the elliptical next to each other, and Veronica's trying to talk to her. And she asks to borrow Kendall's iPod because Veronica's iPod's not working. Also, I forgot to mention that Veronica like bugged an iPod earlier in the scene. And she does a switch with Kendall to give Kendall the bugged iPod that takes pictures and stuff. And Kendall is like so annoyed by Veronica.
Where do they keep this iPod that it would ever take photos?
Exactly.
I thought it was going to be like a listening device, but taking photos, it would just be the bottom of a gym bag. Like all those photos would be black.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yep.
Like I don't know if this is one that you keep around your neck. Like I was like, what is this?
I thought that it was going to be like you said, like audio recording, but it takes pictures
and like good ones.
Oh yeah, like caught in 4K, my dude.
Yeah, honestly,
I mean, it's like she had like a one of those Google 360 cams or whatever. It's like, what is the spy camera?
Like, why is it always facing what it needs to shoot to? Like, it's not even like facing her.
It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Veronica swaps the iPods and comments that Kendall's ass looks great. And Kendall's like, thanks. She was annoyed with Veronica until that comment. And she's like, okay, you're not too bad.
Charisma's doing charisma things here. I like it.
Oh, yeah. She's Cordelia-ing out.
Mm-hmm.
But Veronica, she then follows Kendall around and she's switching all kinds of gym bags with people. And Veronica sees her go into another hotel, and it's the Sandpiper Hotel, which Veronica remembers from the Future Business Leaders of America. She's like, didn't Daddy Dick have a picture of that on his like presentation? It looked way bigger than this. So she takes a bunch of pictures of the Sandpiper and Kendall going into it. And she's like, something's up here. Oh shit. So then she calls Beaver and she's like, I got something to say. And also our plan worked. I got the iPod. She's with she's in the Sandpiper Hotel. And yeah.
So the thing here is, I like this for what it's going to set up, but I don't understand how she's getting more. Oh, I guess she's going to get the photos because it's on the iPod. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But Veronica, she comes back. She's talking about like, hey, I followed the mystery man because now I'm suspicious of who this guy is, because who the fuck is Kendall meeting with at the Sandpiper Hotel? Something else is afoot here. So she follows this guy to the courthouse after he's done hanging out with Kendall, and he's meeting with the assessor of the city. The assessor's name is Jack Montana, which Veronica's like, that cannot be this guy's name. It's like, bro, you're friends with Dick Casablancas.
Yeah, this is I don't know why they did the Jack Montana name call out here.
Your name is Veronica Mars. You hang out with Vinnie Van Lowe.
Yeah, there's
Loretta Cancun.
Yeah, and they're like, Jack Montana? No way. You're Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
You guys all have interesting names. Like,
unless Jack Montana is like a reference to something else. Like, is that a character in some other book or something? I don't know.
I just didn't think it was worth a call out, especially for what it leads to later, which is like, it could be anything.
Yeah.
His name could have been County Assessor.
Yeah. But Veronica goes up to the front desk and she's like, who's that guy that just walked in here? And the front desk lady is like, I don't. She's like, he hit my car. I need to know that guy's name. Who's the person that's meeting with the assessor? And the lady's like, nobody's meeting with the assessor. That was the assessor. His name is Jack Montana. And Veronica's like, oh boy, I'm piecing some shit together.
I like the lady at the front desk isn't like, did he hit your car?
Yeah.
Like, you followed him in and said he hit your car. Like, you still want to, you want to say it? She's like, no, I'm good.
No, I got his name. I'm good. I don't need his insurance information. I don't need to meet with him or anything. It's fine.
Oh, it obviously wasn't him, the guy followed in here. It was obviously the guy that was meeting with the assessor.
Yeah. I'll just look him up on privateeyeswithaz.com. I'll figure it out.
She's like, I'm going to get back to playing Snood.
Yeah.
That's a reference for like certain people.
I know, dude. That's such a niche reference. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But so Veronica pieces together and she goes to the Future Business Leaders of America class guy, Mr. Pope. And she's like, Mr. Pope, what do you know about real estate fraud? And he's like, well, here's everything you need to know about real estate fraud.
It's like a lot of people are going to know in like 3 years when.
And Veronica's like, bro? And this guy, he looks so excited talking about this stuff to Veronica.
He is too excited for him to seem like he's like a teacher. Like, I don't know. I want him in the show more, but I know he's not going to be.
He's like effervescent.
Yes.
He's like giddy to tell Veronica about real estate fraud. Like, he cannot wait. He's been waiting for somebody to ask him about this.
It's like he's not even like that burnt out. Like, yeah, man, I played the stock market. I finally get rid of teaching these people. Like, he loves teaching already rich people about being rich. like that classroom is full of people that $1 million is not even shocking for them. That's like that's a low level in their trust funds, which Logan even mentions. Yeah.
I mean, I loved when Logan said that. Like, the guy's like, you're all worth $1 million. And Logan's like, so I went down in value? Fuck.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
But after he tells Veronica all about real estate fraud, Veronica's like, bro, sell your Casablancas Inc. stock immediately. And he's like, why? And she's like, he's artificially driving up the company value with real estate fraud.
It's
and
insane.
Then Veronica,
it's insane how they're pitching this. And you're like, yeah, this happens.
Yeah. And Veronica shows him evidence. She's like, this is all a house of cards. It's going to come toppling down. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, well, who's going to topple it down? She's like, I am. I have the evidence. I'm going to show people this. And then Mr. Pope is like, oh, no. I was going to retire. I was about to be on a sailboat. And then Veronica's like, just sell your stock, dude. I'm going to expose the shit. Mm-hmm. And he's like, but if I sell the stock, somebody else will just buy it. And then I'll be screwing over somebody else. And I feel bad. I couldn't do that. And then Veronica's like, well, then say goodbye to your fucking sailboat, buddy, because you're not retiring. And then she leaves, and he takes a picture of the sailboat symbolically, and he's like, "Oh, my hopes and dreams."
Dude, I love thinking of The Big Short, and Christian Bale's character doesn't figure it out. He just happens to be watching an episode of Veronica Mars, and then he's like, "Oh wait, that is happening."
Veronica Mars got to the bottom of the housing crisis.
The thing about this, and we're going to need some of our finance bros on the Discord to kind of talk us through this one here. Is what Veronica's doing considered insider trading? And Mr. Pope gets a real conscious, which I appreciate that he doesn't want to sell this stock. That, like, I mean, obviously his like hero Casablanca, Mr. Casablancas doesn't give a shit who he screws over. So I like that Mr. Pope doesn't like, I want to sell this to whatever and like screw them over. But I'm like, there's got to be a middle ground where he's not like selling it to like a person that he's screwing over, but he's selling it back to, maybe he sell it back to them or something. You don't know where your stock is being, it's all like a game. It's all like little zeros and ones just being tossed around. So it's not like, oh, I sold this exactly to this person. But
I mean,
there's got to be,
the stock market makes no sense to me.
There's got to be a way for him to sell that stock in a way. You know, he could probably, it's got to be a way for him to talk to whoever he does, his like financial person, and have them sell the stock in little chunks of like 10 or so or whatever. I don't know how much he has, but to sell it in a way where not someone's buying a whole lot of it. Yeah. So like if you spread it out to a bunch of things, like someone's probably losing like $1,000 every time, maybe. Yeah. Or something, but like not someone's losing like their whole like life savings because they invested into this. Or you sell it back to the guy. There's a way. I feel like there's a way for this guy to.
Yeah, there's got to be a way.
Especially because he's getting screwed over. And the problem with him getting screwed over by this company is that like he's not going to be bailed out by the government. They're screwed. This is the Enron thing. The person on the bottom screwed. Couple people on the top.
Just like Duncan said.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to your sailboat. You ain't plugging nothing, Mr. Pope.
Veronica's like, I'm hugging all these rich douchebags.
Yeah.
But I hate that freaking Jackie. I know Logan has done a lot of horrible things, but I'll almost sleep with him. But Jackie, you yelled at me once.
I would have banged him without that shotgun blast.
Jackie, you were suffering from a caffeine deficit and you yelled at me. You're dead to me.
You're dead to me forever. You don't have spiky tips. Spiky frosted tips.
You're dead to me as Meg. Oh. She hasn't even visited. She hasn't even gone to the hospital. Is she awake? Is she conscious?
I don't know. I mean, what do you do when you're going to visit a person in a coma?
People go visit people in comas all the time.
But would Veronica visit Meg in a coma? I don't think so. That's probably going to happen in the next episode. That's literally going to happen in the next episode.
You're going to see her hold her hand and it's going to clench.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to call it right now. It's happening. The next 3 episodes, but probably the next one, based on where this one ends.
Yep. Yep.
I need to take a second. I'm like almost done this strawberry watermelon ice. This shit's fucking incredible.
No.
Anybody listening, C4 strawberry watermelon ice. It's so fucking good. I hate to like do a plug in the middle of this. It's amazing, dude. I think this is the only one that I have too. I think that you might have like 2 or 3 of them.
You only have one of those?
I think so.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, I got crates of stuff in my.
I don't know. I lost count. There's like so many energy drinks in my refrigerator.
We're stocked up. Yeah.
But strawberry, that's a fucking good one. I can't wait for you to try that one. It's so good. But anyway, so we then go to Keith and Alicia in Chicago, and Keith doesn't care about what his kids are doing. They could be as long as they're not doing crime. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he almost lost his daughter, but he's like, I'm out.
Yeah. I'm gone for the weekend. I don't care. And Alicia, she brings this up again. She's like, so are you sure you want to be sheriff again? And Keith's like, yeah.
Dude, he sounds creepy as fuck.
Oh, dude. And again, he's like leaning in so hard.
He is. It was like, I don't know. He just sounds creepy when he talks about being sheriff. And it's not coming across in a like jokey Keith way. It's like, is the power going to his head already?
He loves having underlings that aren't his daughter. And Alicia's like, are you sure you really want like Veronica to like go through this too? Like, you know, who knows what could put her in danger? And Keith is like, she's actually the one that talked me into doing it. And Alicia's like, fuck.
Who is watching her youngest son?
Bro, I forgot about that toddler that they have.
He's not a toddler. I mean, he's a little older. He's like 5, 6. Yeah. He's old enough that like it's not Wallace watching.
Yeah. I wrote in this scene, I was like, Keith sounds drowsy as fuck. Like, I don't know if this is his like attempt at Riz, but he's like, I can't wait to be fucking sheriff again. But then they smooch and Keith's like, you want to get out of here? And Alicia's like, hell yeah, let's get out. Let's blow this juke joint, baby. Mm-hmm. So they're walking out of the bar. Some guy starts going, Sherry? Sherry? Sherry, is that you? Sherry? And Keith and Alicia just ignore this guy, and he's following them to the elevator, and he's going, Sherry, Sherry, hey, Sherry. And then Keith just closed the elevator door, and he turns to Alicia's like, what's up with that guy? And Alicia's like, I don't know.
Now, I know they have to be kicking the can down the road for something, because this is not like Keith to not confront this.
Yes.
It doesn't make any, like, it would be him pretending like he doesn't care, but then, you know, he's going to do like a ton of research and follow this guy or something, because the Keith we know is not going to just like walk to the elevator and be, I don't know.
Yeah. Alicia's asleep and you see him turn onto his laptop and
are you on that Alicia private eye site again? Come back to bed.
He's like, oh yeah, of course, honey, of course. And he sees something concerning. He starts to rub his chin a little bit.
And then we hear the printer. That old school.
Don't worry about it, baby. Just go back to sleep, babe. He has to log on to the internet first. Don't worry.
He clicks up the antenna on those antennas on the modem. Remember they had those little rabbit ear antennas on the modem.
Don't worry about it, babe. Just go. You're dreaming. You're dreaming. It's nothing. This is nothing. He's like peeling off the side dotted stuff. Printing it out on a Scantron.
Oh, this one came out wrong. Got to put it in the shredder. You said you weren't going to work on this vacation.
Yeah, something came out.
Crime never stops. Crime never stops.
I got to take a bite out of it.
Who's Sherry?
Sherry. He turns into Keith Man.
And the energy drinks have kicked in.
Oh, boy, have they. Boy, have they.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Oh, but then the guy that was calling out to Alicia/Sherry, he goes up to the concierge at the front desk worker. He's like, hey, I need to know the names of people that are on the 3rd floor, because he waited to see where Keith and Alicia got off. And the concierge guy's like, I can't fucking tell you that. And then this guy, he flashes a badge. He's like, bro, I'm a cop. You better do what I say or I'm going to give you a fucking wood shampoo. And the guy's like, okay, yes, sir.
I love the badge flash because who knows what a badge is supposed to look like.
We saw Keith flash a fake badge and it worked.
Yeah, you could just flash anything. You could just flash like a card that just has nothing on it and a name. And it's like, I got this done. Yeah. And you're like, yep, okay, you flashed something. You seem legit. His was just like a star.
Should we try that?
For what purpose?
I don't know. Just like,
you can try that. I'm not trying to get busted for it.
Going to the Church of Scientology or something.
You can just walk in there.
I don't know. I don't know where I could use it. Where can I use it, mate?
Well, you
go
come
to
up
Bob's
with
Big Boy with it.
I need to confiscate all the biscuits.
I need all the burgers.
Yeah.
So that guy is like, he's on the trail. He's like, something's suspicious about this. Now, we go to what is my least favorite scene in this entire series so far.
This isn't my least favorite, but it feels weird to not have Veronica doing this after we saw how she can bring the house down. If you want to bring people into your business establishment, you gotta put Veronica Mars on the microphone.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And we need 50 cuts per second in the editing room.
Yes.
So there's a guy singing karaoke to some lady, his girlfriend, at this coffee bar.
There's Lars singing karaoke to Jeannie. I wrote down the names because they lingered on these people.
And he's in love with her. He's singing a love song to her, and they're making eyes at each other. And then he's like, that's my song. That's to you, Jeannie. And he goes and he sits down next to her and they're cuddling up and Veronica shows up. And then some fucking guy.
Courtney.
His name is Courtney. Okay. Mm-hmm. Courtney comes up to the mic and this guy, dusting it off again. Fashion report / corner.
Oh my.
This fucking guy. He's got emo kid swooped hair eyeliner situation. He's got a weird newsy paperboy hat and a big old fucking earring. And he's up at the mic and he's like, yeah, that's a great love song and everything. But I think that I'm going to take some time out to discuss the opposite side of love. You know, when love sucks, you know, when love is bad, or when love hurts. And then he starts singing in the most shrill, high-pitched falsetto. Love hurts. Oh, yeah, love hurts. And it's not even that, it's way worse than that. The way that you perceive the theme song to this show is how I perceive this guy singing.
Yeah, by the time he got to the end of the song, it dulled on me, the falsetto kind of voice he has. It finally, when he first started singing, I was I was not expecting that. And then
he has a deep talking voice.
Yeah. And then when he gets to the end of the song, I'm it kind of works for what he's doing. I mean, it's fine enough. It goes on for so long.
Yeah.
And
he's got his pinky out on the microphone.
I don't know if the episode was coming in short or whatever, but I don't know why this scene exists for the length. Not only did we see this is like a love story between two people that we don't know that's not related enough to Veronica, Duncan, Logan's love triangle.
Yeah.
And then we linger on it because he finishes singing. We see Jeannie in tears next to the guy who was singing beforehand, and he's looking at her like, oh boy.
He looks at Jeannie like, oh no. And then he looks at Courtney like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah. So it's like, he's probably going after her or something like that. Whatever. But these are like random characters at this point.
Yeah.
But we got a whole nother story like thrown.
Yeah, there's a whole other scene happening while this is going on. But I just needed to like take it aside because like this guy's aura was, I wrote I was like, what the fuck is going on with this guy, Courtney?
I don't know what the show was. Maybe they're trying to do a love.
I know what they were trying to do with the love hurts thing
for Veronica.
Yeah,
but it's like it's not the place for it because right now it's sandwiched between what we're gonna find out is more Kendall stuff and Keith and Alicia running away. Like you just added a mystery of like who's this guy chasing after Alicia, and now what's going on with Kendall, and then in between them. All right.
Love hurts.
I feel like you could, couldn't you just start the scene on the love hurts and like have that go for like a little bit and then move on? Like it's just like a transition. Like we've seen this happen in Buffy at the Bronze like all the time. It would be a song and then you see the band play and then you cut to the Scooby Gang in there.
Yeah, and the song like somehow kind of relates to the story that's going on.
A little bit, yeah. Or it's like it's just your scene transition in, but we had like one guy sing, another guy lead up to talk about singing, then the reaction to the singing. And then it was like, all right, Veronica pays no attention to them singing at all.
No. These people don't show up before or after.
Yeah.
This is the last that we see of these people. Because Veronica's meeting with Beaver and she's like, all right, let's see if we got the smoking gun that you're looking for. Let's see if we got the money shot pick. And she's like, yeah, the iPod took 2,000 pictures. It takes a picture every fucking 5 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, and these are
high
res photos on this little mini. Like the tech that she has. Yeah, like the microphones and pens and stuff. Like they're spending money on that.
Yeah. It was $100 for gear.
$100. Oh, she didn't need that. She needed $100 to get into the gym probably because she already had the iPod. She gave it to him the last time they met.
Yeah, I guess she asked for the $100 and then she hands him the iPod.
Yeah, she didn't. She asked for $100 and handed him the iPod. She didn't spend that money on the iPod that she handed him. Like, how could she possibly do that at the same time?
She could have done it beforehand and was like, all right, I did this and now you have to pay me.
Whatever. Because she already thought she was going to get the $1,000. She when she had the first meeting, she was like, here's the evidence. And then he says it's not enough. So then she already just happened to have an iPod on her during that scene.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But they're looking over the pictures and it's just the mystery guy signing some paperwork. And then Veronica's coworker's like, hey, Veronica, you got some customers at the front. So she goes up to the front, and who's at the front? Well, on her walk over, she's like, should I really be telling Beaver about this? Because she's like, I don't know what we found out about Kendall. I haven't really gone through these pictures at all. Rookie mistake, Veronica. But she's like, it's more of like the dad's committing real estate fraud, and I don't know if I should tell Beaver about that. Like, I feel bad about that.
Tell him about it. It's like, that's the Triton kid. Remember your dad? The whole Triton issue was because your dad had ratted out a guy who was embezzling money for a company. Like, what are you going to tell? Why not?
Well, she didn't want to get that speech again from Beaver. She didn't want to have that speech where you took my dad, went away for embezzling money. You ruined my family. She remembers how traumatic that speech was.
So traumatic that she went to a party afterwards and made out with a grown man.
Yeah. But anyway, so Veronica is walking up to the front, and who's at the front? Who are the customers that she has to greet? It's Jackie with a different dude.
love that the guy who told her to come up to the front couldn't have just told them to sit somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Veronica's like, oh, hey, Jackie, what the fuck? And Jackie's like, hey, Veronica, is it cool if we just like sit over there? This is fucking, I forget his name, Dave or whatever.
Yeah. It's going to be her cousin or brother or some, it's going to be somebody that she knows.
So? I mean, she was kind of like, she was rubbing up on him.
We've seen how this family dynamics work in this town of Neptune.
You know what? True. Yeah. Jackie pulled a belt out and started whipping him. Anyway.
Or he'll be gay or something. I think it'll be a twist.
Yeah. But Veronica's like, oh, so you're busy. I didn't know that you were busy with this. And Jackie's like, okay, sure, whatever. I'm going to go sit down with my buddy or this guy, Dave. Anyway.
Because I can't think that she would be dumb enough to go to a place that she knows she works, the Wallace's friend works, with a guy that she's trying to hook up with. Like, if that is the case, then Jackie is either dumb or just crazy, vindictive, malicious.
Yeah. I mean, this is Neptune. It's been voted worse than Sunnydale.
True.
But Veronica lets them sit down wherever, and then on our way back, she's like, this motherfucker, I can't believe this motherfucker, Jackie. I knew something was up with her. I hate her. And then she returns to her computer, and Beaver's gone. But the laptop is flipped to show Veronica. And she's like, where's Beaver? Why is my laptop turned around? And Veronica looks at what's on the laptop, and it is pictures of shirtless Logan. Logan's been hooking up with Kendall. Veronica clicks through a couple of these pictures. She's like, oh my God, Logan's fucking Kendall. She looks over the little drive that she had. Beaver took the drive, and Veronica is shook.
I thought she'd be more shook. It's something underwhelming about the reveal of this.
I just can't believe that she didn't look at the pictures beforehand.
Well, yeah, because she plugged it into the computer when they get there. But she she couldn't look at it beforehand because he had to get it from her. Beaver brings it to her.
Oh.
Because he has to steal it from her. Yeah, because he had
to steal it from Kendall.
That's why she couldn't look beforehand.
Fair enough.
But still, you just you kind of get the photos and kind of scrubbed it. I can't believe she didn't take the laptop with them and just left it. But I understand what they're trying to do.
Yeah. So it's the next day at school, and Veronica goes up to little Dick, and she's like, hey, have you seen Beaver? And Dick's like, no, didn't come to school today. And she's like, well, have you seen Logan? And he's like, no, they haven't. Oh my God. I never realized this. They're not in school. That means there's a conspiracy afoot. And he closes his locker. He winks at her like, you're fucking crazy, Veronica.
So is he friends with Duncan anymore? Because I'm very confused about the bus situation.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Because when they go into the first FBLA meeting, Dick gives Veronica shit when he's right before she sits down next to Duncan.
Yeah.
So is Duncan not have any friends anymore?
Yeah, I think that Dick is more friends with Logan than Duncan.
I've always thought that too, but he invited them to ride in his limo because the bus smelled.
Yeah, you're right.
So I don't he
definitely respects and likes Veronica.
Definitely. But I don't know what Duncan's friend group looks like anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Because he and Logan aren't friends, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
They're shoving each other in the lockers.
While no one reacts.
Yeah. But Veronica, she pulls out her phone and she's like, oh boy, something's up. Yeah. But then
she's got money now.
She's flaunting the tech. She's flaunting the tech, dude. Sidekicks were legit. I kind of miss those full keyboard phones.
Yeah, that phone's way too bulky for the pocket, though.
Yeah. But Wallace and Jackie show up, and they're like, yo, what's up, dude? When are we going to watch the conclusion of Pride and Prejudice again? And Veronica looks at Jackie, and she's like, I don't know. Aren't you going to be busy, Jackie? Could have swore that you were busy all the time. I could have swore I saw you being busy. And Jackie's like, no, I'm cool. Just whenever. Let me know. Jackie's like, what the fuck is up with this bitch? Like, Veronica's like, I don't know. I'll let you guys. We'll figure it out. I gotta take care of something right now. And then Wallace is like, all right, so it must be that time of the month. And he like walks away with Jackie. Then Veronica calls Logan, who is inside of Kendall at the moment. And his phone's ringing. Kendall grabs the phone and she just looks at it. And she's like, Veronica? Who's Veronica, huh? Are you cheating on me? And Logan's like, she's just some girl from school. Don't worry about it. And then she's like, oh, maybe I should pick it up. And he's like, no, don't do it. I'm inside of you right now. Don't ruin this for me. And she's like, okay, fine, I won't.
I really
throw
did.
The phone away.
This was like the most tension I felt in the whole episode of like, is she going to pick up? Is she going to hear that voice?
That would be something. Because they throw the phone away and they continue the coitus.
Because the hotel voice, we've never gotten to the bottom of who he was with in the hotel.
Oh, right, yeah.
And we would think it was Kendall, but it wouldn't make any sense for him to be at a hotel with Kendall because right now they're having sex in Logan's fully empty mansion.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But we do get sent to Logan's voicemail where we get another inspirational quote of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't write it down line for line, did you?
You don't write these down line for line? How are you going to be inspired?
I didn't write it down line for line because we don't do quote unquote in this podcast.
Well, I mean, this isn't even quote unquote. This is just inspirational quote.
This is literally a quote
from
an author, I think. Yeah. What, did you write it down?
I wrote it down. Of course I write it down. I write down every one of the
gist of it.
It's to love and win is the best thing. To love and lose, the next best thing. And I didn't write down who quoted it, but my
like
gosh.
Scott Fitzgerald or some shit.
The fact that he does this.
Yeah. What a burden. What a burden to burden yourself
I
with.
think doing quote unquote is a burden. Doing this every day? My God.
And I do that once a week.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. But yeah, Veronica hangs up. She's like, ugh. So then we go over to Chicago cop guy. He's leaving a diner. And he goes up to a payphone. What a relic. And he reaches for an even more relic. He goes to a phone book. He's looking through the yellow pages, and he finds Alicia Fennell's phone number, and he rips out that page of the phone book. He's like, I got to get to the bottom of this.
The most classic of tropes is when you find someone's name in the phone book, and then they rip out that page.
Yeah.
You can just remember the address. You can write it down. They rip out a whole page, which is down 2 pages because it's double-sided on the phone book. And you just rip it out. Also have a question here.
Oh boy, here we go.
How does he know Alicia's name?
I'm guessing that maybe the hotel was under her name.
Probably. There's a 1% chance it's under her name, considering that Keith is the one that has it. And you do not need 2 names for a hotel room.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's where my mind went, but I would assume that Keith was the one to book the hotel. Like, why would she be the one to book the hotel? I was more focused on his shaft-like jacket.
It is so big. He comes out of that jacket. Comes out of that diner with that jacket flowing.
I mean, I was very surprised they didn't just start playing some wah pedal guitar like as he walks out.
Who do you think this guy is?
I think it's Wallace's dad, because you predicted that we're going to see Wallace's dad.
I did predict that.
But Wallace's dad is also a cop or a PI now. You think he and Keith are going to have some kind of bonding moment?
Oh, God.
Like
mano
a mano,
I
like
can't
namaste,
wait.
the PI in me recognizes the PI in you.
I can't wait for the scene between this guy and Keith, because it will be so weird, so awkward, so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking it's Wallace's dad.
It's real interesting that he was calling her Sherry, and it seems like if that's the case, because we don't get any more of this storyline the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
It's weird that Keith hasn't like looked into this or anything. It's weird that we don't get any like anything. They don't like wrap this up a little bit or tease anymore. We just know that the Terminator's coming for her. and she has a fake name, or she went by Sherry at some point. So I'm wondering, like, if Alicia Fennell is like a fake name,
or was she like a stripper in Chicago? Stage name.
And then this guy's a really aggressive stalker.
Yeah. Wait, who's got a badge?
I thought he would have just stalked him from the hotel room. That's why I was surprised he was coming out of a diner.
Yeah, he gets a hotel that's across the street from them, and he's got binoculars spying in on him.
Or he just pulls a Logan and sits in the lobby in the morning for them to come down. I don't know.
Or he pulls a Veronica and implants a fucking iPod with 4K resolution pictures.
You know that iPod that you put on the desk and aim it at your intended.
Yeah.
Like, what?
You didn't do that?
No. I think I didn't even have one, but I would probably have it in my bag.
You didn't have an iPod? Were you a Zune person?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't have an iPod or a Zune.
You didn't have an MP3 player? Were you just rocking with CDs? This is mind-blowing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I just didn't have an MP3. I just didn't have one. No. I never had an iPod.
That's fucking crazy to me.
No.
Well, a little known fact about Vance for everybody listening. Vance is an Android user, so this does not surprise me that much. But I mean, there was a long period. There was a long period between CD players and phones with like Spotify or MP3s on them. So what were you doing in the interim?
Drinking, probably. I don't know.
That was such.
I don't know.
Such an honest drinking, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, because I listen to music in the car, listen to music at parties. I don't know. I wasn't like, I don't know. Like, I didn't have to. I never was like needing. I don't know.
I had like 3 different iPods, like at certain points, because they just kept getting better and better. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. No, I never had one. I don't know.
That's nuts. Well, anyway. So we go back to Veronica, and at this point, I didn't really recognize where she was at, but they're at Logan's house, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize it. I thought they were at the Casablanca's house, but she knocks on the door. Nobody's answering. She goes and she sees that Logan's car is there. And then she just walks into the house, and she walks into Logan's room, or a room with a bed, and she finds the sheets all tussled and messed up.
Yeah, that's where they were fucking.
And yep, that's the telltale sign. Logan comes out of the shower. He's wearing nothing but a towel. And he's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And she's like, "I know that you're sleeping with Kendall Casablancas, and I'm going to expose you." And he's like, "I don't care."
He's like, he drops his towel and goes, "I'm already exposed."
Yeah. You think you can expose me any more than I am right now, Veronica? Let me plug you right, since Duncan can't. But Veronica's like, "I can't believe you. You're sleeping with your best friends, one of your best friends' father's wives. I can't believe you. And I think that I used to protect you and think that like you just had bad luck. But I think that you like the danger."
What is this? What is she talking about? I thought you used to have bad luck. Did you not listen to your opening voiceover of him? Every school has a psychopath, and he's one of them.
No, he did. Don't you remember when he tripped and fell into creating bum fights? Remember that? That was bad luck. That was a streak of bad luck.
Remember that time he had that flask? He was driving past you, and he was like, "Oh, where's your drunk ass mom?" Yeah, that was just
missing drunk mom.
She got over that, but my God, Jackie yelling at her to get a coffee could never.
Can't, couldn't, wouldn't.
Smashing your headlights. Yeah.
Well, that was he was pushed and was bracing himself with a lead pipe into her. That was bad luck. It's just a series of very unfortunate events.
God.
Yeah. But anyway, Veronica's like, I'm going to go expose you. And Logan's like, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. And so she's leaving the house. And then she turns and she sees a bunch of Aaron Eccles movie posters. And she's like, oh my God, look at all these posters. Wait, here's a movie that's titled The Long Haul. I love that it says it was like written and directed by John Enbaum, who wrote this episode.
Okay, cool.
And she's like, The Long Haul. Where did I hear that? Where did I hear that before? Wait a minute. That's what he wrote on Curly's signed picture with him. And wouldn't you know it? Let me look down further on this poster. The stunt coordinator on this was Curly Moran. Oh, boy. And this movie had a stunt where a truck flips over a bridge or something. And that was supervised by Curly Moran. So now I'm piecing together, I don't think that bus thing was actually an accident. And then Logan returns with an apple, and he's like, man, if this is you storming out, you're really fucking it up.
Now, just to be a little nitpicky here, why are these posters still up on the wall?
Right? Logan hates this guy.
Not only that, behind them, I believe, is a piano or something, and it's got family photos of Aaron Eccles in all the frames back there.
Did you like how photoshopped all of the pictures of Aaron Eccles are? Not only in the movie,
but then like the side, the souvenir one.
The Curly one was like, what is that?
It's like Curly has never met this guy. He just made this up.
Curly made that himself to make him seem cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no way you keep these posts. It's no way you're walking through your house seeing the big ass face of your dad who's a murderer who slept with your girlfriend and murdered your ex-girlfriend. Your best friend,
tried to
sister.
Murder your girl that you were in love with at the time.
Yeah. No way. All these photos are in a box and he's burning them outside or something. Like, no way he's keeping these.
Yeah. He takes them to the beach, makes a little bonfire, a little effigy type situation.
He sells them on eBay for tons of money.
Fuck. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, future business leaders, right? Gonna have to make some money off the trauma.
True. He might as well. He's gonna write a tell-all book.
He also should lock his door. She says that you should lock your door. You should lock your door because you're at war with the PCHers, as you claim.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, they don't need to, like, do a drive-by. They could just walk into your house that has zero security. Like, how did Veronica even get through the gate?
Right?
Right?
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Let the show happen. Let the show happen.
She's piecing some shit together, though. She thinks that there's more to this Curly Moran, Aaron Eccles situation.
Now she's back.
Accident thing.
Now she's back on the dead guy with her name on his hand. She's like, oh, I got to focus on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we then go to Beaver. He's up with his dad. He's like, Dad, I got something to show you. I hired a private investigator to investigate Kendall because I thought that she was cheating on you, and I was right. Here's some pictures of her with Logan. And Daddy Dick is like, wait. You hired a private investigator to follow Kendall around? And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I just thought something was up with her, man. I think she's digging for gold, my dude. And I know that your prenup has a no cheating clause, so like I think you gotta leave her. And Daddy Dick's like, never mind about all that, Beaver. He calls, so he's like, everybody, we got a code red. Everybody shred everything. He's running through the office. Everybody out. We got to shred everything. The SEC is coming. SEC is going to come and investigate. We got to fucking shred it all.
They get a message
and
saying
Beaver's
the SEC shows up. They're already there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he gets a call from like his assistant. Like, the SEC is here. He's like, oh, fuck. And he's running through the office. Shred everything, everybody. Destroy all the evidence. He goes up to the roof of this building where there's an already ready to go helicopter.
No.
And he just fucking bounces on everybody.
There's no way there's a gassed up helicopter on the rooftop ready to go in this moment.
Oh, there it is.
You have to have that set up. You have to be like, okay, it's no way. It's no way.
Tell it to the show. There is a way.
It's hilarious. It's a hilarious visual.
It was awesome.
But two things. One, I still think the reveal of Kendall with Logan does not get the reaction big enough that I expected at all. It's very like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, Logan. Not like, what the fuck, you piece of shit, you trash. Like, it's very, I don't know. It didn't blow up the way I thought it would blow up. Second, to amend a statement earlier about Beaver and why he would do this, I think what he was doing is trying to win his father's love by showing that he had his back. Like, I could see that being his motivation. Like, Dad, I know you think I'm a loser. I know you think I'm like a screw up. But guess what? I found out that this person's using you. And instead, it backfires tremendously.
Yeah, Beaver, like, as his dad's like, shred everything. He's running through. Beaver's behind him like, what's going on, Dad? What's happening?
And that's why we had to have that little Veronica doesn't have time to tell him, so that he tells his dad without knowing the full repercussions of what's happening. You know, because Veronica can't make a phone call to Beaver.
Her sidekick battery died.
I love that she goes to school to ask Dick if he's seen Logan or Beaver, but he doesn't. I don't know if she tried to call or something, but she does. We do see her try to call Logan, but I do not see her try to call Dick or call Beaver. Yeah. And say, hey, Beaver, I know you saw some stuff, but it's actually another layer to this that you need to know.
Yeah. Maybe don't be so hasty with your actions, Beaver.
She's like, I'm gonna go home and have a nice sleep. Wake up the next morning, go to school, and talk to him the next day. Yeah.
So, Daddy Dick, he runs to the roof, gets in a helicopter. Do you remember, like, I think it was the first episode of Louis C.K.'s sitcom or something where he just, like, gets into a helicopter after doing something embarrassing on a date?
Mm-hmm. That's a good visual gag, but I didn't.
It's a great visual gag.
I can trick my mind into believing that I remember seeing that, but I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, like, where you can, like, be like, I think I saw that, but I can't.
Yeah.
Because did they do that on, like, Broad City also? I'm thinking of something.
I know that he did a sketch with it, and like that's also how he starts his sitcom, Louie, because he talks about how he's like, I just think it's such a fucking funny visual gag.
Yeah.
But it is funny to see Daddy Dick with his little briefcase run up into a helicopter and just take the fuck off.
And there's a pilot in there with the earmuffs and the headphones on and stuff, and just like he's just been waiting there just in case.
Yep.
It's already running. They don't even have to start the engine. Yeah.
No. But then we have Duncan at his hotel, and Veronica shows up, and she's like, Duncan, I just figured something out. And he's like, what, babe? What? She's like, the bus crash. It was meant for me. And Duncan's there like, this again, Jesus.
Yeah, he does the like... the like half jaw drop reaction that was like, again, that's not. I think my guess is that they pick up next episode and he's asking follow-up questions to that.
Hopefully, because I mean, Veronica believes that Aaron hired Curly for like revenge on her and like kill her, but she wasn't on the bus. She wasn't on the bus.
What do you think about that as a possibility? I don't buy it.
Well, then why would Curly have Veronica Mars written on his hand?
I think there's just easier ways to kill Veronica Mars without killing a bus full of kids. Some of which I think he actually likes. Like, I don't think he's trying to kill Duncan. And who else was on that? Logan wasn't on this trip.
Logan was not on the trip.
The future mayor's
Kristen
daughter
Ritter
would have been on there.
Kristen Ritter Goodman.
The teacher, the bus driver.
Oh, yeah, Miss Dumbass.
Both of the Casablancases could have been on it.
Yeah. Ed, whatever his name is.
Which one? Yeah. Also, would he need to write the name on the hand to remember who the most popular person in Neptune is. I know she goes around undercover and says her name if you don't recognize her, even though Keith Mars. And Mars is such a specific last name that you've been like, why have I heard that before? Oh, Keith Mars, the ex-sheriff that we all voted out, who then that reestablished himself as like the hero of the town. That Mars. So, and then this guy is dead in the water too, so he wasn't on the boat, on the bus, so he would have gotten, they said he was beaten up and found dead, right? Or something?
Yeah, and also, like, when did he write this on his hand? Or because Veronica sees him at the shrine thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like you would have noticed that something.
You're more likely to have a picture of a person than you would to have their name written. Like, the name Veronica. The name Veronica Mars would not make you go, oh, that's her. I don't know. I think this is a mislead for something. I don't know exactly what, but I don't think he did this to the bus.
Well, the next episode is titled Green-Eyed Monster. Who do we know that's got green eyes in this show?
Is it a play on Green-Eyed Girl, Green-Eyed Monster? That song.
How does Green-Eyed Girl go?
Green-Eyed Girl. Is that what that song is? Am I saying that right?
It's Brown-Eyed Girl.
Brown-Eyed Girl.
You my brown-eyed girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Green-Eyed Monster. What is that?
Maybe this has something to do with the baseball guy, like the Green Monster.
Yeah.
Like the Boston Red Sox thing.
My prediction is that they're going to have to deal with trying to figure out a new mascot for the team. A new Philly Fanatic style mascot, and they're like picking between
Neptune minor league team.
And then the mascot is going to die while giving a performance, and then somehow Veronica's going to have to figure out what happened to this mascot because Tessa Thompson's going to ask Veronica for help in solving what happens. Somehow Jackie and the mascot death is going to somehow rope in Veronica.
Okay. I'm going to predict that Beaver confronts Logan about sleeping with Kendall, and Logan's the green-eyed monster.
Does he have green eyes?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to people's eyes. What am I, a chick? Sad girls against the patriarchy, everybody.
I also wanted to say that I think Beaver's going to become a part of Veronica's team. He's going to be that like, kind of like an assistant.
Because Mac, I feel like, is going to become a part of the team because she's the tech lady.
Have we seen her this season?
No.
So I'm going to say Beaver fills in that like kind of assistant runner, very perceptive person, like a person that she can bounce ideas off of, because he did notice the duffel bag switch that she didn't notice at first. So, and now he's a broke boy.
Yeah, it's true.
And boy, this is going to be so much fun with Dick Casablancas having to deal with like not having money and status.
You remember the first episode of Veronica Mars where we thought that Wallace might be a little... where Wallace had that remote-controlled plane and then he made it explode in the evidence room? And we were like, he's going to be the tech guy.
Yeah.
And then you said, we're never going to see him with a remote-controlled plane.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he's not no nerd. He's a star basketball player. He's not on the beach flying his remote-controlled plane around.
Yeah, he left that life behind him that episode after being duct taped to the pole.
Yeah, he's not working in the office anymore.
Yeah. He ain't no bitch.
He ain't no narc. Except for
green-eyed monster. Yeah, that's what I predict. Logan's the green-eyed monster. Beaver's gonna confront him. And Kendall's gonna be like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about, Beaver. You're a fucking nerd. They're gonna kind of bully him.
I mean, Kendall's pretty much done after this, really.
No.
The dad is gone.
She's gonna somehow become the head of Casablancas Inc.
She's going to jail.
The helicopter crashes.
But
we don't see it.
I predict Kendall is in jail by the start of next episode.
Why would she be in jail? For all the bag switching stuff?
Yes, for all the SEC fraud shit. What do you mean? Why would she be in jail?
Dude, these kids are going to have no parents whatsoever. The only parent in town is Keith and Alicia, and she's about to go away.
Yeah. Alicia's got one less kid to worry about somehow.
True. But that's Cheatty Bang Bang, everybody. That's our episode on it. Thanks for listening. Hop on Discord, let us know what you thought of it. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy. We're doing Dollhouse. And there's that Jurassic World Rebirth. Shout out, 5-star Apple Podcast rating review. Spotify 5-star rating. Take a screenshot of it. Send it in to us at boyswatchingbuffy on Instagram and TikTok. boyswatchingbuffy@gmail.com. We got an Amazon wish list if you want to fucking do something with that. If not, that's fine too. And stay tuned next week when we talk about Green-Eyed Monster.
I didn't realize you were lunch buddies.
I'm going for lunch buddies with privileges.
Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.